Ejected. Oh. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Big Sin, and I am here with the homie Hollywood, J-Blaq.
Your phone just steady going off, huh, sir? Damn.
Always and forever.
Sir, we are talking right now to the busiest man on the planet, as I think he's alluded to in previous posts. This man is now the boss of all bosses at his current position. But when you're the boss of all bosses, that means that you also become the person that they call all people that they call. So
it is what it is. But I'm still here for you guys.
Exactly. So sorry we're a day late, but we're never a dollar short because we don't want our shit cut off.
Wow. So tonight, the episode of Off the Rails is actually going to be a little different than what we normally do. As everybody should know by now, last Sunday at a country music concert, a individual, I will not name his name because I'm not going to publicize him like the media has done, opened up fire on a crowd of 22,000 people at a country concert, killing 59 and injuring over 500 others.
Yes, and I think we have to key in on that for a second because we're not going to – we can't really publicize them for one reason, or in my heart, that we're not going to publicize his name and his likeness, because the man himself could have been anybody that you know, that I know, that anybody else knows. You know, I mean, he's about as average of an American as the average American is, and yet
real talk. He didn't even live in Vegas. He lives in Mesquite, where I used to work out at Reed Gardner. He lives out in that area.
Yeah, and he has family that lives out here in Florida. Matter of fact, in Winter Park, which is just a couple cities over from us. His family, his brother, lives out here. So again, an average American decided to inflict harm on a crowd of other average Americans.
Now people, of course, have blown shit, saying shit they shouldn't say. Oh, he did this because those are Trump supporters. Oh, he did this for this reason, this reason. No. The motherfucker did this because he's sick in the head.
Yeah, that's just the gist of it, and it upsets me to no end. Like I understand that maybe if a terrorist wants to take the lives of Americans because they hate Americans, I understand that maybe and it sucks. I understand if white people, if racist white people still have it against blacks to where they still want to kill them. I understand if there's an agenda if black African Americans get angry against whites, even though it's not right, but you can understand it, and you can be like, all right, well, we know why this motherfucker did it, but let's crucify his motherfucking ass, right? Like, we can get a scenario like that, or if a foreigner took out an American, or if American took out foreigners on foreign soil, we can understand why it happened, but we can still crucify him. When I think of what happened this past week, I'm still shocked because I still don't know why nobody knows why. At least we had answers when it came to Timothy McVeigh when he did the bombing in Oklahoma City. We had answers why when we had the DC sniper. We don't have answers. The FBI doesn't have answers. They're shocked. I'm shocked. The majority of the United States is shocked.
Well, let's look at the reality of one situation here. In the last few days, when this happened, it seemed to get bumped down because Tom Petty passed away.
Yes.
And then more recently, Ralphie May, a comedian who we both love, passed away.
Yes, yes.
But I tell you what I've seen out in the community out here, driving around in the area and all that, what I've seen for the first time here in Vegas is actual community, something that this city hasn't really shown in a long time. And it is because we haven't had a tragedy or anything to actually bond over out here.
Yeah.
People always talk about the only people in Vegas are tourists and people who got tired of living where they live in. That's true. But you know what? You get tired of living when you live it and you move out here. You're coming out here to a city that actually gives a shit for the most part.
Yeah. And so I'll tell you, this is a little bit of storytelling time. I wanted to get into the storytelling time a little bit, but for people that know me, I moved out to Las Vegas with my family from beautiful Oakland, California, back in 1988. 7 years old. Matter of fact, I lived on 16th Street in downtown Las Vegas. That was my first actual home in Las Vegas before we moved over to the east side, the southeast side, which was at the time the newest part of Las Vegas when we moved there in '89. The memories that I have of Las Vegas is kind of the equivalent to California, but even more so a melting pot, because when you come to Las Vegas, it's just like you alluded to. There are people that either a tourist or got tired of where they were living and wanted to change and couldn't afford where they used to live at. And they moved to Las Vegas because it was different. Jobs were abundant because we have the casinos. You can get a job at a casino just as quick as you can get a job at McDonald's in a random fucking city. But the wages were higher. You were fed. You worked 8 hours, but you had an hour lunch, so essentially you worked 7 hours a day. And it's a melting pot. I think it was one of the true melting pots of the late 80s going into the early 90s. We didn't have the racial tension. I've never heard the word. Two words that you never hear in Vegas is racial tension. You never hear that. You may hear it in some of the outskirts cities in Arizona, maybe down in Pahrump or something like that, even in northern Nevada. But you never heard the words racial tension in Las Vegas when I grew up. White people and black people, it wasn't about you from Las Vegas, you peoples. And I think lately, before I moved, you kind of saw as the country was getting divided going into 2008 and the housing market crashed, everybody was very opportunistic. It was basically about rich versus poor. And you kind of saw some of the divide where people were just cautious about other people because other people were taking advantage of other people, and it just was sad. But when this happened, when this tragedy happened, the only thing that I saw was nothing but love, nothing but unity. That regardless where you're from or where you belong, they showed you love. And I've seen stories of Uber and Lyft drivers offering free Ubers and Lyfts to in and off the strip so they can check on their loved ones. Uber and Lyft drivers having bottles of water. They were helping out the police, the firefighters, first responders. Nothing but love. And that's the same thing that I remember back when I first moved here. And it's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing to see nothing but love back in the city that I called my home, the city that raised me for over 20 plus years.
So, I like Mr. Black. I'm not originally from here. I'm from New Jersey. This is my second stint here in Las Vegas. First as a child, back in the late 80s, early 90s. Then we're back east again. Then went to Arizona and whatnot. Then we came back here. And now I'm heading on. Next year will actually be my 20th consecutive year here in Nevada. I will say this. I have never, ever been without a job since I've lived in Nevada. Mr. Black can attest to this. I'm always the one who's always been working.
Yes. And I mean, there's been periods of time where I didn't have a job, but I always had a hustle. Matter of fact, there was some point where the iPhone, when I actually lost the job back in 2007. 2007 when the iPhone came out. I ventured into having my own business, unlocking iPhones. I say that was probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my entire life. It showed me how to be a business owner. I bent the rules based off of how Vegas lived. I work 24/7, just like Vegas works and lives 24/7. And I became one of the best in my field. it's more to the point to where other businesses started emulating and copying my business model, which is, I think, imitation is the best form of flattery. You know, I met so many friends and so much family, people that I call family and friends out there just doing my thing because of the unlocking business. Vegas gave me an opportunity to shine in ways that I couldn't even imagine. Have I struggled? Yeah, everybody struggles though. But they wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, this is what I get to look at. I was married in Vegas to a wonderful woman. Even though that we fight, we argue, we sometimes don't get along, but most of the time don't get along. When we do get along, when we do get along is magical. So my firstborn son, Denali Devontae Granger, was born out there.
Don't forget that other little rugrat that's running around my house.
Well, yes, Amy Rose, the princess Amy Rose, my wonderful niece, who I love dearly, and she knows that I love her so much. Raised that little girl while Mr. Andrews was building a future for him and his little girl. When this nigga was working 12, 13, 14-hour days, coming home, taking an hour drive, coming home, sleeping for 4 hours, taking another hour drive to get back to work. It's insane. Like the stuff that we had to go through to live, but Vegas afforded the opportunity, because you wouldn't have been able to do half the stuff we did in the city in a place like California, because we would have been upside down, inside out, and probably on the street.
No, see, that's what people don't get about Vegas, and why. And it's also the reason why when the Raiders get here, it's gonna work. The Golden Knights here is gonna work. See, people on the outside looking in just look at Vegas as, oh, there ain't, like I said, there ain't no community there. Yes, there is. People like myself and J-Blaq in other states, in the last decade of me and him coming up together, we probably, if it wasn't for what happens out here, we probably wouldn't have made it through these 10 years, bro.
No, and bro, it's insane. Like the thing.
Because let me reiterate one thing right now.
Yeah.
At one point in time, me and Mr. Black here parted ways because of decisions I was making in my life, and just didn't work out. It is what it is. Neither one of us hold, you know, it is what it is. That's a story for another time. But when I finally got my head right, him and his lovely wife Lil, I hit him up and let him know I had a kid. I want them to meet him. She was just a little, well, she's 8 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, ever since then, it's been lovely.
You know when I love a kid, you want to know when I love a family member is when I powerbomb them. That's when you know that it's all love. And what did I do with your daughter when I first met her? Powerbombed her ass. I powerbombed the 7-year-old. I'm worse than Kevin Owens. Thank you very much.
So you powerbombed the 7-month-old.
A 7-month-old, yes. I powerbombed the 7-month-old. It was on the bed, but I am worse than Kevin Owens. I'm willing to powerbomb 7-month-olds out of love. And if I'm willing to do that to a little child that I love, just imagine what I'll do to somebody I hate. But that's another story.
Mr. Black here, I was there for him when his father passed away. He was there for me when my father passed away. My family is very close to Mr. Black here. His family is very close to me. His mom, I love her. And it's just...
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. How many minutes are we into this video? Because I'm supposed to shout out somebody.
Go ahead, shout out whoever the hell you're going to shout out, bro.
All right, so I got to shout out to my coworkers at my job that I know that are watching this video. Shout out to my boy Gammy, my boy Tyler, my boy Nas, my boy Chris, who are anticipating this wonderful video because they're like, they want to hear some about the memories with Las Vegas that we're going through. And they're good memories and they're rough memories, but they're memories nonetheless. And they wanted to hear our take on this. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. So let's start there. So I said, well, we are at the, 15-minute mark? 20
Somewhere
minutes?
around there.
Okay.
So you want to talk about memories in Vegas that we have, huh?
Yes, let's talk about memories, sir.
All right, I got one for you, bro.
Okay.
Your 18th birthday.
Oh Lord. So I have a funny story about that too. I have a recent story that talks about a funny story, but that relates to that. So
all right, so on this young man, now keep in mind J-Blaq here is a year younger than me. We actually met in middle school for a short period of time. Mm-hmm. I left, he stayed here. We hooked back up about when we were 18, 19 years old. But on his 18th birthday, I took this man to a all-nude strip club.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That strip club isn't even open anymore. Mr. Black here, this one beautiful young lady did a handstand in your lap?
Yeah, she did a handstand and then dropped it down, and then she grabbed. I had the dollar in my mouth. I think I remember. Was it in my mouth?
Yep.
And she grabbed the dollar with the thing sitting in front of me. Grabbed it with her hand, but the thing was like 6-7 inches in front of me. And I'm just like, what a fucking time to be alive at 18 years old, bro. Let me tell you something about that. That's the one thing I love about Vegas, bro. Man, let me tell you something. Dude, Florida has strip clubs, but all the new strip clubs, they're not nude. They have pasties, bro. What the fuck is a pasty? Because
Whoa. Did you just say that they were in pasties?
Yes, pasties in the all-new club, sir.
My nigga, Sable was wearing pasties on national TV. That is not a strip club. That is a televised performance.
Televised performance? Bruh, that's why I miss Vegas.
I got one word to describe all the men's penises in that place. SAWFT, soft.
Speaking of new clubs, so I just want to let you know, since if anybody's in Vegas, I need you to check out my boy. This is a shameless plug, by the way. I'm just pre-warning the shameless plug time. If you're in Vegas, go check out my boys' all-nude hip-hop club down by Main Street. It's the Hip Hop Club. It's Lacey's Lounge next to the other nude strip club. I can't remember the name, but it's on Main Street. If you look up Lacey's Lounge, you'll find it. Craig Parks, Mr. Foreplay is the benefactor. We might need to take a stop there when I make it down there in December, because that way I can show them what an actual all-new club is. Anyways.
You know what? If you might as well do, while we're doing shameless plugs, I'm going to shout out one myself. Anybody who watches shit, look up my homeboy Mac Money in his Suaso clothing line, the Stand Up and Stand Out, SUASO. He got some fire shit there. You're local too.
That's right. Support
you remember Mac? We see get high and flow with the fucker. You know.
There you go. Matter of fact, I might just, if he got some in 3X, I might just order some online right now.
He does carry up to 3X, dog.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Support your local businesses, especially Vegas businesses, bro, because they're looking out for the whole city. Bruh. So my 18th birthday, that whole weekend of my 18th birthday, because that was the time my 18th birthday fell on a Friday.
Yep. I was a cook at the Imperial Palace, so I had loot.
He took off. The man just started, I think he just started the job at the Imperial Palace, what, like 3 months prior or 4 months prior, something like that?
4 months.
4 months prior. This man, he had his set days off for 3 or 4 years. I don't even know fucking how this nigga was able to get Thursday and Friday off permanently for 4 years. But that's another story that we'll talk about later. Anyways, so he was able actually to take off Saturday and Sunday amongst Thursday and Friday because he cared.
And I got paid for him.
And he got paid for it. Do you know his birthday present to me outside of the strip club? Still, he let me drive his car. Now, I need everybody to understand that this man had a 1993 Ford Taurus on rims with a system. And this system was off the chain. And it was off the chain so much that he had a radar detector built in to the car stereo system itself. So when the police were nearby, the subwoofers were cut off. This was some shit that was banned in at least 25 states.
Hey, the Mexicans I worked with at the Imperial Power said their cousins brought it for me. Okay?
Exactly.
It fell off a truck and they sold it to me for $10.
Yes, we don't question it. It just happens. So this man, we proceed to cruise around Vegas for the entire weekend. I'm cruising in his car, and we having so much fucking fun. So amongst this weekend scenario that happened, I had a friend named Emily. It was a mutual friend of me and Robert's. I knew Emily prior to that for a whole, year and a half prior to all this happening. And, I had a thing for the chick, you know what I'm saying? I really, really liked her. We got along. She was really into music like I was. Matter of fact, when me and Phil used to go over there once in a while, her dad, you really liked to kick it with us. More so like to kick it with Phil. I don't know if he did or didn't like black people. That's not something that I question, but that's why I bring Phil over, because that way that I have a white guy that's cool with a black guy, and then nobody questions anything. So
let me just interject something real quick into this before he goes on. I have been Mr. Black's what should we call it? Your saving grace for a long time.
Yes. And I'm not even gonna sit here and deny it. Like the man has been there for me, and I've been there for him for years upon years. Even when we didn't know that we were there for each other, we were actually there for each other. There was a particular scenario that he wasn't even involved in at the time when I was working, when I was doing something. I can't remember what it was. But the end scenario ended up being, I said in my head, fuck, I need Phil's help. And then 5 minutes later, this nigga just shows up. It's like we have mental telepathy when the fuck we need each other for whatever fucking reason it is. I relied on him to make sure that if somebody cock blocked me, I made sure he was cock blocking everything and avoided the whole situation. That has happened in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. It's true. It's damn true. So let me get back to the Vegas situation. So Shorty Emily, right? She was, like I said, nice girl, awesome chick to hang out with. She was dating this dude. And
she was dating, thought I was like his best homie and shit.
Yeah. And so old girl's like, I want to go see my man perform at the band. I'm thinking, okay, it's my birthday. I'm being generous. I'm driving Phil's car. Fuck it. Let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? So we go down to go see this dude. The dude didn't even show up. He didn't show up to his own band performance, bro. Let me refer. I
was there. I know.
So for those that are out there, this would be like, I don't know, 2 Chainz having a concert and then just not showing up to the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know who it's like?
What?
Ludacris, when he first came out and tried to perform at the Mirage and never showed up.
Never fucking showed up. Advertised it, told all of his friends to be there. Never fucking showed up.
Well, Justin Timberlake at a press conference after a golf tournament.
So I tell this. So
with Jay Cutler.
Oh, I'm telling you. So we riding around, around the parking lot. We had the Cisco had dropped. The Cisco album dropped. We was bumping Cisco.
Yep.
Shameless. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think. Anyways, we was bumping.
Cisco's album was fire.
Yeah, the first Cisco album was the fucking one of the hottest albums of all time. I don't give a fuck what anybody said.
But I have a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
I know where you're going with the story because you still thank me to it to this day. You still thank me for it to this day.
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do.
Do you remember what song it was right before I said what I said?
Oh, shit. You got to remind me because...
That LL Cool J and Boyz II Men bullshit.
Oh, shit. Yes, you did. Yes. Hey Lover was on the radio. And so we mad. This dude didn't show up. Old girl's mad, sitting in the backseat like this. I saw her arms crossed. I'm sitting here mad because I let Phil drive because I was pissed off, right? I'm like, we sitting there riding around and shit. Like, I didn't want to drive no more. My birthday was all ruined.
I pulled into an alleyway to do that shit in park. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was pissed. Like, this is how we gonna celebrate my birthday. It's funny because we ended up going to the strip club. I think that's the night we ended up going to the strip club.
Yeah, we dropped her off because the dad was tripping.
Yeah. So we sitting there. I'm mad. I'm mad at the motherfucker. Like, this is how we celebrate my birthday. Like,
let me lay the ambience on real quick.
Yeah.
We got two big motherfuckers sitting in the front, a little honey sitting in the back, and the tension is thick. You can cut that shit with a knife.
That's right.
Trying to remember. You weren't talking. She wasn't talking. I hate awkward silence.
Exactly. Oh, boy.
So I punched the steering wheel. It said, you know what, motherfuckers? If anybody in this car got something to say, fucking say it.
And then I said, oh, boy. Can't believe I'm going to say this on fucking live with fucking thousands of viewers. So I told this chick, because I was really, really feeling her. I really liked her for a long time. And I like falling for her and shit. I was just like, you know what? Yo, I love you. And then it was an awkward silence for about 30 seconds. So I'm just sitting there like, at least I got it out, so I'm good. At least my conscience is clear and we straight. So then 30 seconds comes up and she says, you know what, James? I love you too. Then she makes out with me. I'm in the front seat, so she literally grabbed my head like this, pulls me over, and then kisses me, like deep kisses me. And I'm just like,
the look on this man's face when she was done was just like. So I put the car in drive because the dad texted me like, "Where's Emily?" So I put the car in drive and took her home.
Bruh, I didn't even know how to feel at that point. Like, you know that song by The Weeknd, I Can't Feel My Face? That's exactly how I felt. I was like, wow, okay. I didn't have a strategy after that. Most niggas got a strategy when that shit happens, right? All my plans just gone. Oh, it was just gone. Out the window. Yeah, that was like one of the best, at least top 10, easily, top 10 moments.
But, you know, after that, it got kind of weird.
Well, it got weird because she still wanted to be with her mans. And then she still wanted, and then the dad still wants you to hang out.
Yeah, because you got mad at me. yeah, I'm gonna put you on blast right now.
Yeah, I was mad. You know what?
I had no interest in this chick, Emily. None. At all. I'm over there watching the what was it, the Floyd Mayweather De La Hoya fight? Or the Trinidad De La Hoya fight.
Yeah.
This motherfucker here on the other side of this camera, 3,000 miles away right now in Florida, James, he's like, text me, what you doing, dog? I'm sitting over here, Emily's watching. Oh, I guess she wants you now.
No.
It's done.
I was salty. Nigga, I was saltier than one of them dollar margaritas at Applebee's, nigga. Damn right. Because I told you, this first time, I wasn't like in love, you know what I'm saying? Like I had love for her, you know? I had real love. Like I was like, because I just got, I was at a point where I got over the girl Angel back in California. You know what I'm saying? And this is where I tell everybody that I suck at love. And Vegas didn't really help shit any up until I met my wife, you know? But like when you start to feel something for somebody, you put yourself out there and then you think that she's feeling you. And then she's like, I think I want to be with this dude instead. You know what I mean? But I was like, bro, really?
And all the weird mixed shit going on in his head. The other dude she was with wasn't at the house. He wasn't at the house. I was at the house.
Yeah, all the shit. Like like this nigga was sprung off the chick, and then this nigga wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Phil didn't even want the chick, but yet this was the nigga at the house. And the crazy part about the whole situation is that I think we hung out like maybe like a week after that De La Hoya fight. You picked me up, and we hung out with the chick. And the chick was like, well, James, I love you, blah, 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 blah. And I was just so mad that she was still deciding to be with the nigga that wasn't really there. And I was there, and Phil was helping me be there, and she wasn't seeing that, you know. But it's a good thing. You know why? Because life goes on. And then, because you think about this, what if I would have stayed with her? You know, she's a great person. Don't get me wrong at all. She is a great person. But you think how lives would have changed. Right now, the chick is a rapper down in Texas. She's doing her thing now. You know, I'm doing my thing here in Florida. I'm married. I have 2 wonderful kids. And our families are intertwined with each other. If you think about that, Phil, if that whole situation would have actually worked out, where would we be? You know? So
yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, it happened for a reason. Before we move on to the future, let's talk about the next time you used me as a pawn in one of your sick games of getting people revenge on people without telling them, or the redhead chick over at Robert O'Brien's house.
It wasn't a sick game. It was a necessary evil. Okay, that's what people think. I play games. No, when you fuck with me and you fuck with my goal, I'm North Korea with a nuclear bomb. I'm
nice to meet you. I'm the nuclear bomb.
Yes, I'm dangerous. I'm calculating, and I'm careless. It's just who I am. It's no big deal. I mean, don't get mad if I just happen to just throw a monkey wrench in your whole fucking shit because you fucked with me.
So would you like to get into this story?
Yeah, sure. So
I've had it.
All right. So once upon a time in the project show.
You see, what had happened was
all right, so there was this chick that see, all stories end up with a chick. I'm sorry. So there was a chick named Brandy where I was in the process. I'm like Joel Embiid. You had to trust the process, right? I'm taking shit slow. I'm being nice about it. You know what I'm saying? We was getting along. We was nice. We went out on a couple dates. We chilled. We was good, right? So the boy Robert, who's a Vegas native, by the way, I just want to let you guys know, made a bet with me on the side, outside of this situation. It says, oh, I'm going to get with old girl before you get with old girl. And you know me. I like a little competition. You know what I'm saying? Like LL Cool J said, if his love is real, he got to handle competition, right? I like a little competition. So I said, okay, I'm going to get with old girl. I wasn't talking about sex and then I was talking about just making sure the girl was my girlfriend. So I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know when, but Robert decided that he was going to tell and say that we had made a bet about this shit. So I go over, this was, I want to say, what was on? Royal Rumble?
Yep.
Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble was on. Matter of fact, the Super Bowl. That's right. We were watching the fucking Super Bowl. Super Bowl Sunday. I go over to this chick's house. And we kicking it, and we nice. But she giving me the cold shoulder. And I'm like, well, what's going on? What's changed? You know what I'm saying? Like, what has you salty? What has you mad? And she says that, oh, Robert made a bet with what you call him and said, I heard that you made a bet with him. And I said, yeah, I made a bet to see if, you know, that we would be cool. You know, that you would be my girl before you made your friend his girl.
Now, hold on. Now, let me just interject something. I have no idea what's going on. I have never met any of these females in my life at this point in time.
All of this is true. I just want to confirm all of this is true. The whole shebang is true. He's never met any of these chicks. So she decides to give me the cold shoulder. She's pissed off. Matter of fact, I think her and the entire family was pissed off at me. So I said, and once I found out Robert was the one that snitched, I said, okay, not a problem.
Because remember, she started flirting with Brian and him to make you mad.
Yes. I said, okay. All right, cool. No problem at all. So the first person I called was Phil. And I said, hey, Phil, there's somebody that I'd like you to meet. That's literally all I said. I said, meet me at Brian's house, Robert and Brian's house. Oh, there's somebody I'd like you to meet. So we go over there, and their personalities mesh so well. And in fact, Phil was actually hanging out with this dude named Josh, who then befriended the chick Angie, which was the chick that Robert was trying to get with. So I imploded my own situation to make sure that nobody had anything except for Phil. And I benefited from Phil having this friend Josh, that he actually stole this friendship from Brian. So I stole Robert and Brian's friend. See how bad it is? I stole friendships from people. I'm a horrible person for doing that. But you know what?
You know, this makes me look like a complete asshole.
And I want to reiterate that he didn't do any of this on purpose. This was purely by accident, but it was purely by design by my end. So sorry. My bad.
All right, so that same night we out there chilling and shit, and James likes to tell the story about the birth of Omnibus.
Oh, so we went to Jack in the Box that same night. When we went to Jack in the Box, it was a normal Vegas night. It was becoming dusk, whatever dusk is in your eyes. And dusk in Vegas is where the sun is gone, and you see a small little hue of red, but nothing major. We went to Jack in the Box this night, and the sun was like the sky was blood red. And when I say blood red, I mean literally like cut yourself on your arm, and you see yourself bleeding. That was the exact sky that night in Vegas. I said, well, guess Omnibus has now formed. And it happened because they were making a joke with each other at the same time. And they looked at each other in that, oh, yes, we're going to get it on eyes. And I'm not even sure if they did or didn't get it on.
No, we didn't.
It's like, I don't ask those questions. But when they looked into each other's eyes, and then the sky was blood red, and they made that laugh, I said, yep.
You forgot about one thing.
What, sir?
The whipped cream on the nose and the tongue.
Yes, the whipped cream on the nose and the tongue. Yes.
Oh, fucking A, man.
I'm a horrible person, but I'm a great horrible person.
Yeah, he is the person who will implement just a really fucked up thing so nobody wins except for that fucked up thing being implemented.
Yes. And I don't mind fucking up a whole entire scenario to prove a point or to teach a lesson to somebody. I have no problem doing that. I've done it several times. I still do it to this day. But it's a personality trait I learned from Las Vegas.
There's a reason they call it Sin City, and there's a reason my nickname is Sin.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. So many stories, man.
Plenty of stories about Vegas. Like I can go into how I met my wife.
Hey, go on into that. I gotta make a call for work real quick. I will be back in just a second, man.
Okay, so
go ahead and do what you do.
All right, it's funny because we talk about Ghost Adventures. We watch Ghost Adventures in this house religiously. We've actually been saving all the episodes for my son when he came home, and we just finally started watching them starting tonight. I met my wife on Halloween of 2013. I was walking. I wasn't walking. I was getting dressed, ready to go to a strip club Halloween party. Yes, in Las Vegas, there are strip club Halloween parties. Of course, if you live in Vegas, you know this. So, anyways, so I met my wife because my mom's she wanted to go out trick-or-treating. My wife passed by and says, let's go trick-or-treating. And my mom is like, are you sure? And she's like, yes. So she's like, okay. So then she invites my wife upstairs. Wife comes upstairs. I'm still getting ready. I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, I open my door and I look outside the door. And I see this white girl in my living room. And I say, Mom, there's a white girl in our living room. Who is she? We're not supposed to have white girls in our living room. And the rest is history from there. My mom apparently tried to sell me to my future wife for probably about 10 shekels and maybe a gold chain. I have no idea what the price was, but my wife was willing to pay the price, and then she decided to be with me. And then 14 years later, here we are. We have 2 wonderful kids, a house, well, not a house, a condo. We made a wonderful memories, good and bad. But we've always tried to stick together and do our thing. Woman that I'll still love to death no matter what, good or bad, especially when somebody's a mother of your children. That bore 2 kids, especially when one of those kids almost didn't make it. You kind of understand, and you kind of, believe in the art of love, So from that perspective, I thank my wife every day that she's on this earth. Because just like I tell people after I got shot in the back of the head, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing in this life is guaranteed. So there's that.
That's back.
Say again.
Now let's talk. Okay, we talked about good stories. You know what I'm saying? And his wife's first meeting with me, I broke a bamboo stick over a skinny white boy's back.
Yes, that's how you should always meet potential dates. Is have Big Sin break bamboo sticks over your other friend's back. That's exactly how you do it.
She didn't run away, so she's good.
Yes, that memory will last forever. I promise you. Do it.
And it also became a beautiful friendship between me and your wife.
Yes, friendship.
I'm more like brother and sisterhood because they're just alike.
Yeah, you crazy motherfuckers. Anyways,
so let's talk about our. We've been sharing happy stories and stuff. Let's go back to what you just talked about. Probably the worst moment in your life as an adult here in Vegas. And we're painting Vegas like it's all sugar and cookies when it's not.
No, it's not. So
on a night where Mr. Black was working at a cell phone store over on Cheyenne and Jones, him and this other cat, who will remain nameless because he isn't worth my time, went to go and sell a phone in a neighborhood off of Cheyenne and Rainbow. Now the neighborhood, if you're not from Vegas, you don't know the neighborhood. The neighborhood, it ain't a good neighborhood. But at the time, we hadn't moved in with each other yet. We were about to. Because remember, I did come crash over there for a while after the incident.
Yes. So I went to go sell the cell phone, cheap ass $50 cell phone, to this chick down on Cheyenne and so Cheyenne and Rainbow, right up the street from where I was working. Now, I knew I had a bad feeling about it, but I did it anyway because we needed the money so we can handle some business. So the shit went down. I saw somebody rush up on my backside window. So I threw it in reverse. It almost hit one of the dudes in the process while I was backing out. Put it in the drive, and then I start driving out. As I'm driving out and trying to get up out the complex, they start shooting. Pop, 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 pop. Both of them fools started shooting.
Because let's make one thing clear. Even though Mr. Black wasn't too well off, he did have a nice vehicle at the time.
Yeah, had a 2003 Expedition in 2009. Only a 6-year-old vehicle, Vehicle had less than 36,000 miles on it.
So they thought he had money.
Yeah. And I didn't. I mean, fuck, if I'm selling a $50 cell phone to you, obviously.
Yeah, we was getting ready to buy dinner that night.
Yeah.
So I was at work.
So I get there, and so I'm driving. Driving out, and I'm hitting the turn to go out of the complex. One of the bullets hits me in the back of the head. The other bullet hits me in the leg. The bullet that hit me in the back of the head gave me a concussion, made my whole body numb, knocked me out. Subsequently, my foot pressed down on the gas pedal completely. The truck goes full on into a tree.
Now he's out of it. The dude who was with him took off. A good Samaritan, and this is back when James was a lot larger than he is now.
Yeah.
Helped James into his car and took him to the hospital. Now, at this time, I'm going to divulge this, Mr. Black, just because we're going to tell the truth. Mr. Black was under house arrest at this time.
Yeah.
He was only allowed out because he was at working.
Yes.
So I'm at work. I work actually out of town, about 40 miles out of town. And his wife, Lil, is calling me, asking me if I've heard from James. No, I have not. And it's getting about that time where he's supposed to be home from work because his bracelet's about to come back on. So we're calling back and forth. I keep calling him. I keep calling that other motherfucker. She keeps calling him. She keeps calling that dude. No answer, no answer, no answer. So I'm sitting there. I get a phone call. And it's Lil panicking. And she tells me James has been shot. Now, I just said I work 40 miles outside of Vegas. I got from my job to their front door in 20 minutes. To Sunrise Hospital in about another 10, which is about another 20 miles away.
Yeah. So how my wife found out about this was on the news. She sees the truck crashed into a tree. That's something to think about for a second because I didn't get a chance. I finally got a chance to call her, but this was after she had found out. My sister-in-law at the time, who was married to my brother, told her to turn on the news. She turned on the news. She sees the truck crash into a tree on Cheyenne and Rainbow. And we already know what happened. It was a shooting. They thought, it's funny because the cops thought that I was shooting because they said they heard 2 sets of gunshots. And I told the cop, and I explained to him, no, I wasn't shooting. 2 people were shooting at me. And I'm like, oh, but now they're like testing my fingerprints, like checking for gun residue and shit. And I'm like, man, okay. Like I'm sitting here with a bullet in the back of my head, a bullet in my leg, and you, instead of trying to figure out who did this, you want fucking gun residue? Okay. Sure, why not? This is fucking the Wild West. Who gives a fuck at this point?
Now, me and James have always worked well with fate. And this is one of those moments because in the back seat of their truck was their newborn son car seat with a bullet right through the middle of it.
Yep. Had my son, see, initially how this was supposed to go down, I was supposed to go home and get my son and then go up there and handle business. But I got out of work late, so I went straight over there. Had this worked out the way that it was originally supposed to, my son wouldn't be here. That's something to fucking think about.
So then 3 days later, I'm crashing on this cat's couch. Your son and my kid are sleeping in the room back there. And this cat who was with James when this went down came knocking on their front door.
Oh, it was more than 3 days later, sir. This was...
Oh, wait, was it that long after?
It was like... So it was 3 days after I got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Which would have been about 10 days after this happened.
Nobody heard or seen from this motherfucker since.
Nope.
And he gonna have the nerve to come knock on this man's door begging to apologize.
Yeah. And
who answered the door?
Oh, you answered the door. And I was like, I'm sitting there, I couldn't even see. So understand, when I got shot in the back of the head, I couldn't even see with my glasses on. That's how fucked off my vision was. And I couldn't see, and I couldn't. So, but when you can't see, you start to feel, right? Like you start to your senses get better. They say that when you're blind, your other senses start kicking in. And I think that my sixth sense, the one that can peep emotion and anger and fear and shit like that, kicked in and realized that this person wasn't being truthful in the way that they were acting. Because had my friend gotten shot, had Phil gotten shot, I would have been there. And if I was with Phil when this happened, I'm not going to leave or escape without Phil. Nah, we're going to ride together, we're going to die together. And that's just how it goes. And so, understand that I got myself about this truck. I'm the one that hit the side of the door 3 times after I got my senses back. Hit the side of the door 3 times to get myself out the truck, and I started running. I was still about 400 pounds, 450, about 450, 460, running the fuck about my damn truck into the middle of Rainbow Boulevard, flagging down somebody because all I could see is lights. I couldn't see anything. I knew where I was, and that's the only thing that saved me. And people that know me know I have a good sense to know where I am at all times. I study where I am. So if something were to happen, I know where to go. I know where to follow the lights, where I was at. I knew I was only about 100 feet from the street and then to run into the street. So I ran into the street. And a good Samaritan saved me, took me to the hospital. And I didn't even know, at this point, I didn't even know I got shot in the leg. I sat there, and the reason, and I think the reason why I made it, is because I knew I had to be there for my family. I knew I had to be there for Lil. I knew I had to be there for my best friend. And you think to myself, I think 50 Cent said it best. That's when I knew that I was here for a real reason. Because, and I tell everybody, I should have been dead a long time ago. So much shit has happened. So many asthma attacks. Points where I blacked out and ended up in a hospital. And now I've been shot, bleeding out several places. And to still be here after all of that is a blessing unto itself. Regardless of what religious affiliation, if you don't believe into a religious thing, you have to believe in faith. You have to believe that at some point when shit starts happening to you and you still survive, that you're here to persevere and you're here to deliver the message to others. And I think that's what it is. And I thank the Lord every day that I have, my friends and my family, the true friends and the true family by my side. And even in Vegas, in the lawless Vegas, it's called Las Vegas, that I'm still able to be here and be alive. And that city taught me a lot. And I want to thank you, sir, for being there when the shit went down. And I owe you everything, sir. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Man, that's what family for, man. I think we've already told this other story before. But I just like hearing it and talking about it because it's funny. It's not funny because you got your leg sliced with a samurai sword and the chick got her ass beat. But all right, go ahead and start the story. I'll be right back.
Oh, and this shit only happens in Vegas, by the way. I just want to let you understand that this shit really only happens in Vegas. I met a chick named Tasha. Oh, poor Tasha. She worked at the U.S. Bank that was inside the Albertsons on Charleston and what the name of that street is. It's the street right before you go down where you get to Vegas High School. Everybody knows what it is. I just can't remember what it is right now. Anyways, so we get there. And she invites me over to her house for drinks. But previous to Netflix and chill, there was drinking and boning. You know what I'm saying? So the dude Brian liked this chick. I already had my contingency plan, thanks to Phil. Just in case nigga cock block, I already have Phil ready to cock block everybody and blow the shit up. It's my MO. I'm sorry. Anyways, but I really liked the chick. I thought she was pretty awesome. I didn't know she had a crazy boyfriend. I knew that she had a crazy boyfriend. I wouldn't have fucked with her to begin with, but that's another story. So I come over, we kick it, we chill. We're supposed to go out and kick it and have a good time. Next thing you know, this chick's ex pops up at the house with a katana blade. When I say katana,
act like a fat Mexican ninja and shit.
Yeah, it's a fat Mexican ninja, bruh. And when I say katana blade, I literally mean a nigga with a sword from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Leonardo. Nigga, I literally mean that. So this nigga thinks, he come over and thinks, I don't know what the fuck he thought he was gonna do. So he comes over, and I'm like, fuck, bruh, what the fuck you doing with a goddamn sword? What the fuck is going on with you? So he calms down, I guess. I don't know what happened. So she goes to the store and gets something. I'm trying to think this nigga, something happened where he got set off by the chick. I don't remember what the argument about. I know I'm just sitting there kicking it. Next thing you know, he goes and hits her with the butt of the katana blade and starts stomping the chick. Now, there's really two options at this point where you have. He's a nigga with a katana blade. I ain't got a gun. I ain't got a knife. All that shit's back in the trunk of the fucking Taurus. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, the only way this chick is going to live is if I run. Because if I run, he's going to run after me. So I bone out the door. I saw him go to follow me. I know he's going to follow me out the door. So he follows me out the door. He tries to. I hold on to the door because I know he's going to follow me out the door. So he pulls on the door, and I feel him pulling. And I'm at this point, I'm about 300 pounds. I'm holding on the door. I know he's not going to open the door with me holding on to this motherfucker. So that says that he let go of the door. That's when it's time to go. I already know that he's going to hop out the window, hop out the balcony, and come chase me. My car was right around the corner. I didn't have time to get the gun, the knife, or the crowbar. So if I get this nigga to chase me, at least I get her away from the chick. So I hop in the car, throw in the car, pop that motherfucker in reverse. He comes and slashes my driver's side tire. I'm still driving though, because I'm boning. I'm like, come on, motherfucker, let's go. You want to come after me? You want to come after me? While I'm driving with one hand, dialing 911 on my cell phone with the other hand. Hit that motherfucking 180 in a Ford Taurus and shit. We mobbing out. I'm mobbing out across the way to get to her. This nigga still chasing me with the damn sword. I don't know, like an angry mob or some shit. So we get the paramedics and everybody set there on the way. Cops and everything. They can't find this nigga. This nigga, I don't know what the fuck. He disappeared just as quick as he came in.
But you gotta remember, I got there before the cops did.
Yeah, I'm saying he got there before the cops did. I can't even figure out that shit.
I was walking around with a crowbar looking for this nigga.
Yeah, like we sitting there at the house, like what the fuck happened? At her house, she went to the emergency room. We go to the emergency room with her to make sure that she's okay. I explained to the cops this nigga had a katana blade. They're like, a katana blade? Yes. I said, yes, a katana blade. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Super Samurai fucking sword, fucking katana blade.
Hey, remember what they said about me? And that crazy motherfucker went after him with a crowbar?
Yeah. And I said, yeah, he went after you, trying to find him with a crowbar. And they're just, the cops are sitting here like, only in Las Vegas. So that tells you everything you need to know. They're literally, only in Las Vegas.
No, what made me laugh about the whole situation is old girl didn't want me to see her looking all beat up.
Yeah, she didn't. She hid from us looking all, like, she didn't want to see all beat up. I said, bruh. And I think the messed up part about it is, so when I went out the door, the nigga got me. He sliced me in my left side. Nothing too major, But I thought to myself, and I'm thinking this whole situation, how this is playing out. I said, if I die, I'm going to die by a fucking katana blade. You think about that for a second. I promise you, for all
you wasn't trying to go out like a samurai warrior that day.
I'm saying, like, you think about this shit for a second. Of all the ways you can go out, you can get hit by a car, you can get shot, you can get stabbed by a blade from a Puerto Rican gangster.
Hey, look at the bright side. I was there.
Yes, he was there. There was two people I called. I called the cops and I called Phil. I woke his ass up out of sleep. He had to be at work at 7 in the morning. So I just want to emphasize, this was a Friday night. He had to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. This nigga called out of work. After I told him, he said, oh, boy. And he came over there with a crowbar. Told you, nobody believed me until he believed me with a nigga with a sword. Cops was just like dumbfounded. And I'm just like, yes, this nigga tried to kill me with a fucking katana blade.
The reason I didn't question anything is because this type of shit happens to me and James.
This is what happens in Las Vegas. Shit that you will not fucking believe. Oh, God, like, oh.
You know why the motto, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, is the motto? You wonder why? The reason why is because when motherfuckers tell stories about what happened in Vegas, nobody believes them.
Thank you. Somebody finally had the balls to fucking say it. This is literally the truth. If I tell you how many times that me and Phil have gone to strip club and end up bagging strippers when nobody else can bag a stripper.
Oh, remember when you walked up the stairs by the pool table?
Yes. This nigga bagged a stripper. I could tell you about the time that my friend Robert blew his entire savings on one stripper on his 21st birthday. But I'm not going to put the man on blast like that. Oh, I did, didn't I? Oh. Anyway.
All right, let's hold on. Let's talk about the strip club story. When me, you, and my brother went to the strip club.
Oh my God. Dude, we turned the strip club into a pizza buffet. So let me say.
All right, now I want you guys to picture this. You got me and Mr. Black right here and my older brother there who's fresh out of a divorce and everything. So he's blowing off some steam.
Freshly divorced, the papers are signed.
We have every stripper in the joint sitting with us with 3 large pizzas and the owner grilling me a burger.
Bruh, the shit was real. Man. And I was 21 at this point. This was a year about before I met my wife.
That's the night you walked up and seen me at the pool table with the shit.
Yes. I was just like, huh?
I looked down the stairs. James stopped halfway. His mouth like, Then he turned around and went back to where my brother was.
Bruh. That was one of the best nights of fun I've ever had because nobody believed me if I tell them about this shit either. And back to what we just said. Ain't nobody gonna believe you, even if you told this fucking story. And so I'm like, bro, we turned the strip club into a pizza buffet with strippers. That's what it was.
Remember, the owner used to grill food for us.
The owner, yes, they didn't serve food. They ordered food from another restaurant, but they had a kitchen on site because the place used to be a strip club with the restaurant. Well, it used to be a sports bar.
The only people they would cook for is me and my brother and James.
Yep, that was it. It tells you what kind of pool that we had and what kind of money. Well, I didn't spend no money, and Phil didn't spend no money. His brother, on the other hand.
Hey, but you got to admit too. Remember when me, you, and Lil went there on Halloween that night?
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Remember that one chick gave me her number, the other chick I hooked up with, and the other one cooked for me?
Yes. Oh, that shit was fun. That was fun. And then remember we had the one strip club that was down the street from Remember, you used to stay at the Americana Inn?
Oh, you talking about when I was working that shitty fucking door-to-door sales job?
Yeah, you was there, and
Talking
you
about
had.
Spearmint Rhino.
Oh yes. No, this was an independent one. It was right down the street
Oh, you talking about one of those crackhead ones? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
The crackhead strip mall.
Yeah, but at least the only good thing about their strip club was the black chick that used to work there, light-skinned black girl. And she used to make sure that we was always taken care of. Shout out to light-skinned black girl. If you end up watching this video, we salute you. We remember you from 2002, damn it.
Shout out to them strippers who yeah.
But Mr. Sin may or may not have illegitimate children from strippers. We may never know. Anyway.
The fucked up part is it's something that you and Lil have always said that would happen to me too.
We sure did. We said, I'm pretty sure you have about 3 or 4 illegitimate children from strippers, but that's neither here nor there.
I never told him my real name.
Hey, it would have been 16 years ago anyway.
Look, they about adults now.
Exactly. You know you're trying to get out that child support.
They back there watching Austin Powers singing "Daddy wasn't there, put me in the chair."
Because your mama was grinding on dick. Anyway, your mama was a dick grinder. Oh.
Your mother liked to do 2 things: grind on poles and slide down them too. Yahtzee.
Yahtzee, bitches. Fucking Yahtzee. Oh, man.
But, shit, I got to work tomorrow, so yeah. We've been at this for about an hour and 17 minutes, a little bit shorter than our usual Off the Rails, but we will be back with the normal Off the Rails on Friday.
Yes, and we got plenty to talk about, sir.
Oh, and guess what? And on Friday the 13th, my boss, WWE 2K18 will be in my hands, and the gameplays will be aplenty. And before Thursday, me and this man who's sitting across from me right now need to play one more game of Madden because I got to sacrifice my copy for a little while.
That's fine, sir. We will do that. And what you should probably make sure you do, make sure you get that EA access, because I'm pretty sure by January, February, and instead of you just rebuying the game, you just get it for free.
I was already told about some of the Black Friday sales.
Okay.
That's only going to be $20 on Black Friday, so.
Oh fuck! It's on then.
I'll just go grab it then.
I might as well just trade my copy and then fucking get it.
Right? Because gaming, we got WWE 2K18, South Park game, Shadow of War drops this Tuesday. I'm not going to be able to get that till next month.
Oh shit.
Then Amy, I got Amy the Sims 4 on reserve, so because she likes those games.
Okay.
Also, Star Wars Battlefront. I played the beta. I suck at it, but it is what it is.
Was it good overall though, or?
It's the same as Battlefront, the first Battlefront, but in this one, they actually have legit dogfights.
Oh shit! Okay.
If you want to on your Xbox, you can actually get on the beta on there for free right now.
Oh yeah, because I got the EA. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you can get on the beta on there and check it out. It's cool. See, I'm more interested when the game comes out, the story mode.
Yeah.
Since the first one did not have one.
Okay. I can't wait for that shit. That shit's gonna be pretty awesome.
So,
okay.
And me and you also got to get back in the NBA. I ain't played much still because I've been doing other shit.
Well, yeah, I got to get more practice on that game. The good thing is that Destiny 2 is not as much of a grind as Destiny 1 is. So it's a lot more fun to be able to, once you put down and actually do something else.
Yeah. Even though every time I see you, you're on Destiny. And we don't believe you. We need more people.
Matter of fact, I will be on the PlayStation tonight doing the live stream on Simple Black Entertainment as soon as we're done with this video, and then we're gonna get shit cracking. I haven't played the PlayStation since Reset, since the end of Reset. So we're gonna get it cracking.
Yeah, I've been sitting here waiting for you so I can play you Madden.
Yeah, I know. I've been.
No, J-Blaq never answers a text message until 3 days later.
You know what, sir? I have been working from 11 o'clock to damn near 9 o'clock because I'm doing somebody else's job. So.
And I still answer when I'm working.
Why are you bringing up old shit? Anyway.
It was like 2 days ago.
That's old shit. Anyway.
All right, my friend. What do you got to tell the people?
History, tomorrow's a mystery.
What do you got to tell the people?
You know what I came to do. Well, first, I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Off the Rails. And more importantly, for anybody that lost anybody in the tragedy, I want to tell everybody my deepest condolences. And instead of bringing sadness to everybody, we here at Simple Black Entertainment like to talk about the good things about Vegas. Don't let this tragedy define Vegas at all. I don't want this tragedy to distract you or deter you from enjoying Las Vegas as a whole. Vegas is strong. We're going to stand up. We're going to do our thing. We always have. We always maintain under the radar. We're Vegas strong until the day that we die, and you better fucking believe it. My Vegas people know what's up. They know what's going down. They're not going to fail. They're not going to fall. We're going to stand 10 toes down and deal with this situation just like we always have. But on that note, what I need you to go ahead and do, I need you to go ahead and go to the left, and I need you to point down, and I need you to hit that subscribe button. Because when you hit that subscribe button, you better believe you're going to be hearing some of the best of Vegas cats, how we do it around her. You know what I'm saying? That we like to do these gaming videos. We do these Off the Rails. We do these podcasts. We got a hot back on the NFL. We're behind on it, but it's okay. We got you. We were just letting this shit simmer to make sure that we got plenty of shit to talk about.
The reason is the NFL is fucked up right now.
Yes, and that's another thing. And I think we need to have a general talk about the NFL, a state of the NFL talk. And I think that's where we need to be at on the next time we do this. We got to get back on the wrestle talk. Ultima Lucha is popping, bro. Ultima Lucha popping is better than WrestleMania.
If my people's watching right now ain't checked out Ultima Lucha Trace Part 2, the Katrina Evilise match is bloody and sexy all at the same time.
Bruh. And if that didn't suit your palate, then you got to watch that Phoenix fucking Marty the Moth. That was it was bloody hell. Basically, Wednesday show was bloody hell.
And shout out to Marty the Moth. He verified himself on Twitter. He follows us on Twitter.
Oh, there you go. That's what the fuck is up. Shout out
to Marty.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. We love all your work. We love the work you're doing, even inside and outside of Lucha Underground. So, but make sure, like I said, follow us. We definitely are going to be entertainment. We definitely are Vegas strong, and we're definitely going to make sure that we deliver the best each and every week for you. So, Mr. Sin, let them know once they hit that subscribe button.
So once you hit that subscribe button, if you don't see the big red one, then you're probably already subscribed. But if you see our two little demons down in the bottom corner, just hover over them a little bit, and the subscribe button is right there too. If it's already clicked, it's clicked. But then you want to go ahead and hit that bell icon, just like a wrestling ring. Ding, ding, motherfucking ding. That way, anytime I'm live a shit ton gaming.
Yes, and I'm
always gaming live sometime, somewhere.
And that's the one thing that I hate about Xbox and playing Destiny on the Xbox, because I can't stream directly to YouTube. But
if you stream it on Twitch, you can actually transfer it to the YouTube channel if you want to.
Yeah, but that's so many steps. I like the PlayStation seamless shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. If I would probably play the Xbox more, because I do have one sitting over there. It's dusty as fuck. I would probably play it more if it allowed me to stream on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. So Microsoft, get your shit together. Quit hating.
I will say, I am getting Cuphead really soon, and I need to get a second controller so you guys can hear me and my daughter rage about Cuphead.
Oh, bro, I gotta get that Cuphead shit too. We gotta hop on that shit, bro.
Yeah, they're adding the online multiplayer soon.
Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome.
Me and you playing Cuphead?
Oh yeah, that's just gonna be fucking insane.
If anybody who doesn't know what Cuphead is, the cartoon is drawn. It looks like a 1930 cartoon.
Yep.
It's basically a bar splits with elements of Mega Man and running gun sections.
Yeah. So think Mega Man and Contra meet the 1920s. There you go.
And it looks fucking awesome. Then all the gameplays I see look awesome. The bosses look hard as fuck.
Yeah,
I just want to get my hands on it.
So understand, this is an independent game where three people made it. 3 people made it, and every single scene was hand drawn. Hand drawn, because there's no stencils or animation kits that emulate 1920s animation.
Or the characters at all.
So it was all hand drawn. The entire game was hand drawn. That tells you everything you fucking need to know.
And it's only $20 too, so you might as well support it.
Yeah, right. So support your local independent gaming artists.
So anyway, like I was saying, Vegas, neither one of us may not have been born here, but our kids were. Vegas is our heart. You know, I'm getting a tattoo when this man comes out to town that says Dirty Jersey Built, Vegas Strong. Yep.
And I'm going to get something that's going to match a little bit too, along with finishing my Sin City tattoo on my back. I've had Sin City tattooed on my back since 2004, and I haven't had anything to finish it with.
And if nobody's ever noticed, me and this man both have sin on our body somewhere.
Yeah. And I think it's time we finish that tattoo. So, Painless Wayne, I'm coming to see you in December. You better believe it.
So, with that being said, Vegas, we love you. We may not always agree with you, but we love you. It is what it is. To all those who were affected by what happened last Sunday night, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Mr. Black is the praying type. I'm the one who will give you my thoughts. And as always, we here at Sinful Black Entertainment love every view. These videos, you guys already know, are never monetized. The Off the Rails videos, even though this one probably could have been because it wasn't what we normally do, I'm still not monetizing it. Fuck that.
No, we do this for the people. We don't do it for the money. We do it for the people, because the people is what make us who we are. And we thank every single one of you, whether you're from Las Vegas, whether you're from Florida, whether you're from Jersey, whether you're from anywhere in this place. You understand what happened earlier this week. So,
with all that being said, we here at Sinful Black Entertainment want to thank you for checking out what we do. And you know why we don't have to monetize everything? Because we both have real jobs to work.
Exactly. We don't do this for the money. We do this for the love.
And for the fun.
Yes. Shenanigans, goddammit.
Because, we could have one subscriber, and me and this motherfucker would still sit here and talk for 2 fucking hours for no goddamn reason.
Goddamn right.
So, Mr. Black, make sure you tell Lil I love her. Give the baby some kisses for me.
Yes, sir. I'll definitely do that.
Hold on. I'm going to have a guest appearance real quick. Hold on. Oh, God. Hey, Shorty. What? Come here. Come say hi to Uncle James. And
hi, Amy.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Was your birthday fun?
Kind of.
Kind of? Kind of? Kind of?
She got Dragon Quest Builders, and she's been playing that shit for,
How is that game, by the way?
It is awesome.
You know how Denali likes Minecraft?
Yeah.
It's a better looking Minecraft with an actual story.
Oh, nice.
With Dragon Quest RPG elements.
So what Denali doesn't know, he sleeps, so I can tell you this. Denali for Christmas is getting a PS4.
So that way, then him and Amy can play games together.
That's right.
We could be on the party. We could be like, oh, over there. Ooh, yeah.
Our kids are going to be streaming games on Sinful Black Entertainment channel.
Goddamn right. I hope that we want to be full-fledged entertainment, so I hope so. This is going to be fun.
All right, say bye. Yes, we are live.
Oh, hi, live people.
But like I said, his son Denali, my little girl right here, were both born here in Vegas. So our hearts are here.
Yep.
No matter where we're at.
That's right.
So we here at Sinful Black Entertainment want to thank you for watching and let us do what we do.
Because Because you know we're awesome. I mean, like.
That's true. We're awesome.
Yeah. You know that. We're awesome.
About to break out into the Lego Movie song. Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you follow the team. Everybody's pooping.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. And of course, something goes off the rails.
We can't have off the rails if something doesn't go off the rails.
Exactly. So myself and Amy, Hollywood J-Blaq and his family.
Arm is big.
We just want to say thank you. We love everybody. We'll see you soon. We'll catch you next time right here on Sinful Black Entertainment. We out this bitch. Deuces.
Deuces.
Ah, shit, where my mouth is.